Hey guys, Coach for the Soul Thursdays at 3 has begun. If you are on the broadcast live, hello, hello, hello. If you are watching on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my channel. Please like the videos and please leave a little comment, even if it's an emoji, because gosh, we need to take this Coach for the Soul around the planet, and that's how it works. So yeah, do that for me, will you? That'd be great. So we'll see who's pops up. Let me make sure that I'm on the right channel. Okay, let me see. I think I am. Yeah, I think I am. So there's Shannon. Hey Shannon, what's going on? What's up, what's up, what's up? Yeah, Daisy just went over to the purple chair to lay down for the broadcast. So yeah. Shannon, am I on billclairvoyant.com or Bill Hobart? Bill Clairvoyant on Facebook. I think I am. Also, guys, I have through Saturday, 30-minute readings are $65 still for my birthday. So buy them now, use them later. Buy them now, use them later. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Sherry. What's up?
Good afternoon, William. How can I help?
I don't know. How could you help? Nancy, what's up?
One can't know everything, can one?
Of course one can. Someone can know everything. Thank you, Sherry. Yeah, so it's an exciting day today. So the new moon is yesterday, and I don't know about anybody else, but I was exhausted all day. It was last night at 7:37 Eastern time, because I'm in Detroit. Hey, Pat, what's going on? Yeah, so all day I was just, it was bad. I was exhausted. I just couldn't even do anything. I laid on the couch for hours, just doing nothing with the dog. Yeah, which she loved. It was pretty good. So we've got, the new moon was last night. The full moon is on the 12th, I believe. I'm not sure what it's in because I just forgot. So, yeah, we're going to talk about that big time, okay? How the energy is shifting and shifting big time. And what more they've told me in the past couple days about the future. Yeah, so we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that too. So let's see, what time is it? It's 3:04. Okay. Hey, Rachel, what's going on, sister? Rachel's in memberships too. Yeah. Yep. She lives in Dayton. Pretty cool chick. Yeah. Okay. Kathy's been exhausted all day today. Yeah. The new moon in Aquarius kicked everybody's butt. If it didn't, you're not as connected as you believe that you are. If not today, yesterday, day before yesterday, things like that. It's just a powerful expression of energy that is not only, hi Dorothy, infiltrating us, right? But also just, hang on, extremely high vibration, but also pulling 3D energy away from us at the same time, which is kind of interesting. So again, understand everybody, James, that our body's never been in this situation before. Never. Okay? And hi, Nancy. How are you? Good to see you. Body's never been in this energy before. It will continue to progress, continue to shift, continue to shape and change with what we know, with what we do, with everything. Yes, Spirit says the lives that you've led before is slowly dying, which is true. Okay, it's gonna be a whole new world by 2030, but it's gonna stink getting there. So that's one of the things I was going to talk about too. That the reality of everything is that Full moon will be in Leo. Awesome. Thanks, Sherry. That's going to be interesting. We'll talk about that because that makes sense. We're going through this. Tell them, Spirit, Bill, tell them. That can be as easy as we thought. As hey Sheila, as with the November election, right? I mean, this is what they keep showing me, so I don't freak out. Is throwing shit to the wind, right? Just whatever. It's all jarbled. It's all confusing. It is all WTF. It is. There's no current path, Bill. There's no solid path to where we're going. There is. Yes. No solid path. There's going to be lots of fear. We will show you how to calm your fear. Again, it is not watching TV. It is doing meditations. It is just shutting everything off. Yesterday was a day, I'll say this, where I got a massive dose of people-pleasing BS from the dog. And I'd worked in it before with Brenda, right? Because my mother, I didn't have you kids to take care of you. I had your kids take care of me. Well, that was instructed. That was into us we came out that way. Let me say that. So my whole family's people pleasing, but then we get upset when we don't get it back, or we get upset when, let's say, your children don't do what you ask them to do. They at it. Because we didn't have a choice in my house, right? What my mother said we had to do, right? Or face her wrath. And her wrath was screaming, okay? So that's just my story. We all have one, right? But what we're doing now is down to for most of us, people that watch this broadcast and things like that, you are clearing out the past. You are digging deep because it keeps being brought up. Things that keep being brought up for you to solve. And it's not even Mercury retrograde yet. I mean, that's like next month, right? But it is shadow. It is shadow part, right? Shadow Mercury retrograde. But they're bringing things up in us. Hey, Teresa. Hey, hello, Haley. They're bringing things up in us for us to look at. If we choose not to look at them, then guess what happens? It comes up again. Then it comes up again. And then it gets stronger and stronger and stronger. Okay? I'm thinking about doing, not sure if it's going to be in the membership portal on Facebook, or if it's going to be something like this. Something where we can all, like a Zoom, right? Where we can all just kind of get together and talk to each other and tell us things that we're having a hard time working on. Okay, not really sure. I might do it in the memberships first, and then present it on a forum like this. Let's say in Zoom or whatever, maybe even here. Okay, Zoom is easier, but with the new moon and with all of the things that are going on, again, like Sherry said, the 12th of February, the full moon is in Leo. Okay, and then we got Venus going retrograde next month. Okay, that's love and money. All right, don't be looking for a man or a woman, because it's gonna blow up. You're gonna blow up in your face. And in the next 3, 4, 5, 6 months, all the outer planets are going to go into different signs. Saturn goes into Aries. Now, if you know anything about Saturn, it is the fire planet. It is like, it's all about structure. Goes back into Pisces till the end of the year, after like 3 months or so. Then it goes into Aries for the next 2.5 years in 2026. And 2026 is going to be a cluster, you know what? It is going to be an absolute oh my gosh, what's going on? Because I don't get it. Everybody's going to get fear, right? We're going to get in fear. But it's about, right now, Haley, and what it is about is doing what we need to do now. Okay? When something comes up, you got to look at it. Okay? I get mine in my heart. Some people get it in their gut. But it is so very important that we take the time, because I'm telling you guys, I thought that Mercury retrograde and things like that were bad back in the day. They are going to be the intensity is absolutely excruciating when it comes to energy and pressure. I'm getting new glasses next Tuesday. I can't wait because my glasses are broke. The actual cold weather broke my glasses, which is blowing me away. Anyway, I went there. I got other people talking to my head, so hang on a minute, guys. I got to get them to be one voice. I said this before we got on, but now they want to chit chat and talk. And okay, okay. So we're doing astrology. It's not flowing right though. Okay. I've told you guys in the past that astrology is going to be a huge thing in our future. It's going to be an absolute massively huge thing, because we're going to go back to understanding exactly what's going on. And it's not as hard as it seems to be, and it's going to get easier, okay? So that's why your birth chart is so important. Get your freaking birth chart. PamGregory.com, okay? Get it, because it will make it so much easier to navigate in the future, in the next year and a half, okay? When you know what's going on, you can prepare by looking at where, let's say, Jupiter's at in your 12 houses of every month. Every house is I can't even talk. Stop. Every house is a month. Is exactly a month in your astrology chart, your birth chart. Okay, and it is so very important because in the future you're going to be looking for answers and ways to calm that down. You'll no longer be, hey Kim, you will absolutely no longer be able to skim through it, because guess what? It's going to be as tense as you can possibly imagine. Okay? This is when some of the 10% leaves. Okay? And it may be their own doing. All right? Because like we know, 90% is going to stay, 10% of the population on the planet is going to leave because they're not going into fifth dimension. Okay, so, like, I mean, I was going to mention plane crash, but I'm not going to. But that's another example of people leaving. Okay, but understanding that when things come up, you have to look at them. You have to look at them and again, reach out, right? Reach out. Again, Google it. Google is pretty great, okay? Yesterday, when I got the attack of people pleasing, hey Joy, I absolutely went to, okay, I understand it, I get it, I need to go onto YouTube and find a people pleasing healing video, which I did, 2 of them. Listen to them, it make all the sense in the world. In fact, one of them, you had to score on this 1 to 10 questions. Were you a 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5, or 6? Well, guess what? I was a 6 in most of it, which means, okay, that's exactly what's going on with you. It's apparent, no attention or different attention, or one of them was, and I believe you guys can understand this, is the fact that you were separated from the family in a way that overprotection. That was my mother with me. Okay, I did not have free will at all when I was under 13 years old, 12 years old. Okay, because I was ill. So I get it, right? But she did what she thought she needed to do. But that impact of that energy absolutely changed the dynamic of my life. Okay? And so in the future, which is now, you're going to have things bubble up out of nowhere. And I'm a freaking workaholic on myself, right? I mean, there's a lot on in most of us, especially as we go into the leadership role of being in the collective, right? So when those things come up, guys, talk into your phone, journal, right? It doesn't matter how you do it, but it is important that you do it, okay? Is it going to bother you? Yes. Is it going to change the dynamic of your relationships? Yes. Are you going to lose friends? Yes. Are you going to lose some family? Yes. Okay? But the cool thing about it is that you'll learn how not to be 3D. Okay? Third dimension is the Pisces age. Okay? The Pisces age of everything was from the top down. Okay? You did what your parents said. Your parents did what their parents said. You followed the church. You went to church. People were influenced by everything under the sun. But it was all a nice little package of stuff, right? That there was no free will in children. Free will, you went to church. If you didn't go to church, you had other spiritual practices that you did. But the majority of people back in the day, past 2,000 years, with religion, absolutely followed whichever religion their people followed. Okay? That slowly has broken down. That has slowly broken down. And now people aren't getting married. Well, first off, they didn't go to church, right? My family went to, I think we went once, and that was it. My mother was like, okay, no more of this stuff, because it is all ballyhoo, right? Because she was a rebel. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to indoctrinate my children with this hullabaloo, because that's what my grandmother did, and my grandfather. They all had to go to the Presbyterian church every Sunday, and they had to look a certain way. It was all this hierarchy of BS, right? That they had to be a certain way, and it showed the haves and the have-nots and all that other psychological stuff that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. So as we come into, let's say, the 1900s, right? Let's say 1950, especially 1960, when we went into the Aquarius age for 4 years, 3 years, 4 years. Then we came back out. That was when the hippies and Woodstock and things like that. No war, love, weed, LSD, experimenting, sex, all kinds of cool stuff, right? But then when it went back into the Piscean age, it completely shut down until now. Spirit always talks about the year 2020. Or the year 2000 and 2012, right? That children, if they're born in 2000, bring some baggage in with them from past lives, okay? If they come in after 2012, they don't come in with baggage at all. They're complete starseeds. And the year 2020, they're like pristine indigo children who are absolutely brought onto the planet knowing what their destination is. And that is taking over the planet in the Aquarian age, which is 2,000 more years. Okay. Now, Pluto will only be in Aquarius for 20 years, but that's going to be a badass 20 years. Okay. Understanding, as Spirit has talked about before, we will have a longer lifespan, like 110, 120. Okay. Because we will be able to heal our internals with the ocean. Everything's starting to make sense, right? It's kind of like a puzzle, like a jigsaw puzzle. They're starting to put pieces together, things like that. As the collective is trying not to be fixated in fear, Spirit says, of what's happening in the government, okay? Because it's like a clown show, only a bad clown show. And trying not to associate with that where everybody's feeling it, right? They're truly feeling it because it's the energy that's on the planet, all right? It's fear. So as we go through that, I know, Spirit, as we go through that, and you remember that you need to do guided meditations, because you have to release the energy somehow, some way. If you don't release the energy the proper way, you're going to do it the inappropriate way, which is screaming, okay? Or not talking at all, pouting, because your emotions don't know what to do and how, because it's afraid. Okay? And if you don't have what you do, if you don't use the tools in your toolbox, Spirit says, it isn't going to change the way that you feel, because you're in fear in 3D, right? You're angry in 3D. It's fear. So you have to understand that now's the time to further your understanding of the fifth dimension, of your transformation, of you truly putting me out of business. Okay? I don't think that'll happen because there's lots of people, right? But still, that's my job, is to get out of this, right? And further our spiritual path, right? That's what it's about. All of us have the same destination, okay? Just some of us will do it quicker than others because we've been doing it most of our lifetime. See? But understanding that it feels, you feel it. You feel like your body's dying. It feels like you're just like, oh my gosh, I can't, what is happening to me? They're extracting 3D out of you guys. They're pulling it out. Your spirit guides, your guardian angels, the universe are transforming your body and the way that you think and giving you tools to understand that how to deal with your fear, how to deal with your fear, how to understand why you're feeling this way and connecting more deeply with who you are and asking for help, right? Spirit, come on, what are you doing? Again, talking out loud for me, and I will teach that till the day I freaking die because it releases the energy from my body. Okay? That's truly what it does for me, right? And again, having a YouTube feed, having an Instagram feed, having TikTok, having Facebook, all of those ways that they can communicate with you until the day you start seeing pictures and hearing voices and able to look at things through your mind, through your third eye, your mind's eye, right? By just absolutely just like bink, boom. Doing meditations through your mind's eye. I mean, all of those types of things. Your third eye will lead you forward, Spirit says, which is true. Okay? And I know, because human needs to work on, hey, Josephine, hey, Paula, human is in the process of opening their third eye, but few recognize when it's trying to open and do not allow it to open because of ego. Okay? It's kind of weird. I don't like the feeling, Bill. Again, you have to open your third eye. Okay? And then if that is something that is coming now and you're feeling it, that's when you go onto YouTube and you find a third eye meditation. And that's when you go onto YouTube and find somebody who's talking about third eye opening. It's all right there. It's all right there. And if it's happening, more than likely, hey, Michelle, it is on your YouTube feed if you have one. Get the YouTube feed. Get the YouTube feed. Yes. Okay? Because it's absolutely going to happen. Because as we go through, it isn't just a beautiful acceleration of going through the dimensions. It's not. Understanding this. We've been in third dimension for over 12,000 years. We've been on the planet for a little over 12,000 years in the third dimension, right? Well, as creatures of habit, as creatures that we are, routine, safety in the Piscean age, right? In the Piscean age, because that's the way that it was planned for us, right? It's a difficult transformation. It's a difficult transformation. And I hear it all the time when I talk to people. Bill, I don't know what's going on. I don't get it. When all I have to do is remind them, okay, well, remember when we talked about blah, 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 blah on Coach for the Soul? They're like, yeah. Okay, well, gosh, Bill, that makes all the sense in the world. And they go, oh. See? It's all right there. But we have to allow it to happen. We have to work with our guides, right? To bring us information on YouTube, Facebook, again, memes, Instagram, TikTok, all the socials, right? Blue sky's not in there yet, but it will be, see? Because all of the information that we need until they can connect to us, even after when they connect to us, right? I mean, I got a meditation today that was a Steve Noble, and it was exactly what I needed it to be. That's how it works, everybody. And I got one yesterday. I got a conversation yesterday about the future, out of the blue, with somebody that I kind of cool. This guy's kind of cool, right? And he had an astrologer on, Deborah Silverstein, I think her name is. Fascinating things. Triggered a bunch of things in myself. So those are the places, those are the things that you have to entrust, understanding. Spirit has you surrounded by divine white light. Okay? You can ask for extra if you want to. I believe with my people that they've got me. I don't have to say, okay, Spirit, Now, if I'm traveling, do I say, now, Spirit, let me have a safe trip back and forth from Livonia? Yeah. Just, I don't really need to, but it makes me feel better. My ego. See? Delva Silverman. Thank you, Shannon. And that's what it's all about, right? Whatever you have to do, but you don't have to be in fear that you're not protected, because you are. You would be watching this broadcast if you weren't protected, okay? The divine light, you're part of the collective. You're completely surrounded by white light, okay? And that never goes away, everybody. It ain't for just 1 day, 2 days, a week. No, it's all the, thank you. It's all the time. So just tell them they don't have to worry about anything, that everything is fine. Everything is in divine timing. Everything is exactly where it's supposed to be, as you are. Right place, right time. Right place, right time. You just have to allow it to happen and allow us to bring you into ascension, to bring up things that no longer serve, and allow us to extract them. But human will not allow us to extract them unless they learn how to let it go. Now, most times when people told us to let it go, right? It was to let it go by pushing it down inside of us. Into our chambers, I always call them. The chambers inside of us, right? We can put things every place. Every place. Like Spirit always says, Bill, you're pretty clear of black dots. He calls them black dots. But there's a few, there's a few here, a few there, a few here. Okay, get it. Got it. Never going to be 100% clear. Ain't going to happen. Never. If somebody says that they are, there's no way they're going to get triggered by something in the future that is going to go, oh, I didn't know about that anymore. I thought that was gone. Me and my people pleasing. Okay, I thought I worked on it. It was good. Again, my codependency worked in it. It was good. I thought, but guess what? Bing! It happened yesterday during the full moon, which is what? Brand new experiences coming forward. They're getting me ready, cleaning me up for the rest of 2025, as they are with all of us. See? Again, set your intentions like we did for the 6 planets, right? They can be the same intentions for the new moon, which was yesterday. And see how it goes when it goes full, February the 12th in Leo, right? Leo's the top of the fire signs. They're fearless until they get something here and they go, okay, what is that about? How come I feel weak? Because normally they're not weak. So as we go through all of these archetypes, as we go through all of this transformation, we are going to absolutely need to have some type of understanding of what's happening. And that's what YouTube is for, right? That's what this broadcast is all about, right? Can I do it one every day? I probably could. Would I be able to do? No, because it's too exhausting to do one of these every single day. I'm going to start doing videos about my life, because I've already started to write a book years ago, and Spirit wants me to continue. Okay, cool. I can do that. See? Because right now, the transformation is exciting. It sucks. It's hard. It is deliberate. It is overwhelming. It's pretty cool. It sucks. It's overwhelming. All of the things combined. It's chaos. It's so confusing. Because why? We are used to a structured life. We're used to a structured life. 65 years old. I had a structured life until I quit my job 11 years ago to do this. And 5 years ago, let's say, everything went in the toilet. Gone. No, probably 2021, 4 years. Okay? And we're starting new. I get it. I get it. Into a spiritual place, into a spiritual balance where everything is fantastic. But we got to get rid of the 12,000 years worth of garbage that was put in place, the hierarchy put in place, where the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. It's all part of that. Like Spirit has said, gosh, last year, the year before that, even the year before that, it's going to be turned upside down. It's going to be the bottom up instead of the top down. And as you can, and as you can absolutely see, hey, Betty, as you can absolutely see in the 10 days, whatever, that we've had a new person in office, he's ripping that thing apart. Ripping it apart. So we don't really have we can feel like in our egos, right? That everything's in fear. What if? My gosh, what if? What if? Can't do what ifs, guys. You cannot do what ifs. Because ego will be on top of it right now. It will absolutely work you into a frenzy. And you will sit on your couch or in a chair and you will not move all day. Because it doesn't know what's going on. The blessing is we know what's going on. Transformation and taking ego from a negative ego to a positive ego, then it disappears. It is only a third dimensional instinct. It is not a 5, 6, 7, 8 dimensional instinct. It is not. Because there is no fear any longer by 2035. Right? So as we learn and as we're brought information, as we are uploaded and knowing, right, by what's going on up here, it's totally connected to our hearts, to our psyche, to our guts, everything. Because that's where we come from. We came from the water. Divinely guided by everything that's up here. That's why when certain things happen, the most popular is Mercury retrograde, right? Next month. Another 3.5 weeks of Mercury retrograde. And we all know it sucks for most of us. Okay? If you don't pay attention to it, it kind of still does, but you're not really flowing if you're not paying attention to Mercury retrograde. It's communication planet. Everything in communication, especially now, is going to be a jacked up mess. Jacked up mess. Okay? And so it is about us understanding that that's why my email didn't go through. That's why when I texted somebody, it did not come out properly the way that I wanted it to be. Also, your codependency will show up because the other person is in a different level of something than you are. Let's say your partner, your husband, your wife, your children, right? They'll be antsy-pantsy, angry, because our bodies don't know what the heck is going on. And so what does it do? It goes into defense mode, right? Angry, depressed, uneasy. And what you have to do is with your tools, you have to make sure that you're able to calm yourself down. I blame Mercury retrograde for a lot of things when it's not working out right, when I'm angry, because I'm frustrated. Anger is frustration for me, right? Is that I don't understand how come it didn't just flow. Can't just flow. Because I'm kind of an urgent guy, right? So again, that's my thing. It's Mercury retrograde, Bill, calm the hell down. And I do. I totally deflate. Cool. Crazy drivers, same thing. Deflate. Because we get it all up in ourselves, and then what happens is somebody's the target for us to explode. I'm playing with my nose. Stop. And when we do that, it's the wrong person. You're going to turn it on yourself, Spirit says. You're going to be mad at yourself. How come I did it like that? Why didn't I do it like that? I know better. Again, it is being self-aware. It is taking away all the blinders and going into it, understanding that it can screw up. Communication. Don't buy a house. Don't buy a boat. Don't buy anything big, right? Don't sign on the dotted line without taking it to your lawyer. Okay? Don't buy a car. Nothing. Because there's something in that contract, something that could possibly throw you for a loop. Could possibly throw you for a loop. Now, are there people that do buy things? Yes. But they're efficient in exactly what did that contract say? right? They know exactly what's in there because when we read it, guess what will happen? The words will change. Percentages will change. Things will switch. We'll read them a different way. Why? Because they are making sure that we're being efficient. Making sure that we understand that right now in 3D, as we crush it, and we move forward into 5D, right? That right now we have to take care of that stuff. And as Venus goes retrograde, I believe in Pisces, either Pisces or Taurus, it's the planet of love and money. Okay? So again, it's probably I believe it's during Mercury retrograde. So you got those two planets coming together with the same energy, right? Communication, love, money. Well, most things people ask about is money, right? Then they ask about their family, ask about relationships, things like that, right? That's Venus. The cool thing is that Jupiter goes forward, the largest planet in our freaking solar system, gives you everything that you want, is massive, and crushes the first two. So the Venus retrograde should not be that bad. The Mercury retrograde should not be that bad because Jupiter, the planet of everything that you freaking want, is coming out of retrograde. And so is Saturn, right? Saturn is a planet of no, you can't have that. Structure, the government. No. Well, guess what? It's going to be brought back. When it's in retrograde, it is much less intense. It's going to come out of the freaking box. It's going to be intense as hell. And that is going to be when something in Washington is a blow up. Absolute just chaos. Okay? So again, the planets all mean something to us, to our way of life in third dimension. More importantly, in fourth and fifth dimension, they really, really understand our new energy. They understand how much work we've done. They understand everything about the way that the world is going, but especially the United States. Because Spirit is, again, remember, a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, maybe 2020, maybe 2023, Spirit said the United States is going to be the country of transformation first. They've given it to us, Chimes. Why? Because we're the youngest planet, the youngest country on the planet. We're the most efficient country on the planet. Largest economy as of that time. Largest defense budget, right, of that time. That and people follow the United States into their future around the world, which they did. Now it's not going to be that way. But I can see why we are leading the rest of the world into fifth dimension because we're easier to switch. We have our hand on the pulse. As churches went down, spirituality went up. Okay? We're more aware. Why are we more aware? Because we're free. Pretty much, right? But also because our country is fresh. It's only 247 years old, I believe, right? Europe's got too much baggage. Asia has too much baggage, right? So understand that we're feeling it first, everybody. We're feeling it first. We are going to be the ones who actually move it into the future. Blessed to do that, but you know what? Can we have somebody else do it for us? No, we can't. We can't. So that's how astrology, the planets, the universe, right, is working with the energy on the planet to transform us excruciatingly into these beings that are connected to God, the divine, and are led by our spirit guides and guardian angels. And having these epiphanies, having these dreams, having these visions, when everything comes to us, right? And we are astounded by what actually we're seeing in our mind's eye, right? Or we're seeing or hearing in our ears, right? In our mind's eye, our third eye, right? It just blows us away because I didn't think I could do that. I never thought I could do this. I've never even thought about this. My card reader, astrologer in Jackson, where I grew up, she would tell me in my 30s, Bill, once you you're gonna do really, really great in this spiritual connection. I'm like, no, sorry, not gonna be me. Well, guess what? 30 years later, guess where I am? Ding. That was 30 years ago, like 95. Just blows my mind. So as you have these epiphanies, as you have these feelings of loss, these feelings of desperate energy, when you have this hurt in your heart, in your gut, right? Look for the tools that are available to you. But the biggest thing ever is believing. Believing. If you are up and down and all around with your beliefs, it's going to be excruciatingly worse. Excruciatingly worse. Because your ego is not, Chimes, your ego is not going to allow you to search for or receive the knowledge that you need. Okay? Also, you're going to be activated because it's already been downloaded to be uploaded, right? Your head starts to tingle every now and again, right? The left side, the right side, your crown chakra, whatever. Ears are ringing, they're buzzing, they're ringing, they're buzzing, whatever it might be. It can be both things. Mine right now are off the charts. But understanding that if I don't flow, right? If I don't flow like I'm supposed to, if I stop myself from flowing, I need to look at that and ask why. So Spirit, why am I in this space? Why am I in this space today? I said this yesterday. And Spirit, what is up with the freaking people pleasers S word? What is that up? What is that up? I thought we worked on that. Well, it's not all Bill, you got to do more. If I hear that one more time, I'm going to be like, okay, I'm done. But I get it. All of us have, hey, Pratik, all of us have all this knowledge, all of this third dimensional stuff that we've stuck inside of our bodies, right? And the leaders, which most of you are going to be, okay, in this collective, have to clear that, have to get rid of that. No matter how old you are, no matter what you're doing for a living, no matter if you're married, not single, gay, straight, it doesn't matter. Because it doesn't matter to them, right? But understanding that your soul came here for this reason. Many times that's the Spirit, who signed that damn contract? Because I don't think I did. Yeah, but you did. When it's hard, when you are trying to navigate the world, but also release. Yeah. When it comes to relationships, right? Hardest thing for human to do is to deal with relationships. Be it boyfriend-girlfriend, boyfriend-boyfriend, girlfriend-girlfriend, married. It is absolutely hard, especially for those of us who came to this lifetime knowing who we were last lifetime and all the drama and the baggage and the hurt that happened to us in those past lives, especially the last two, right? And when you know that, you are more vigilant in wanting to make sure that you are open to receiving, that you're open to people, right? That you're open to the experience, no matter what age you are. See? And what has always been lost on most people is that they didn't think of it like that. Well, Bill, I am open. No. When's the last time you told yourself that you loved yourself? Oh, Bill, I never do. Okay? 5 I love yous a day or 10 I love yous a day. Okay? Out loud. Love you, Bill. Bill, I think you are fantastic. You feel so good today. It's a fantastic day. It feels like spring outside. Whatever you have to say to lift that energy up. Hey, Shelly. And absolutely catch hold of it. Catch hold of that energy of, I love myself. Because who's going to tell you that they love you today? Maybe no one. You have to do it yourself, right? Because as you do that and your energy rises and you feel good about yourself and you absolutely know that no matter where I'm at, I'm good. I'm good. Why? Because I love myself, right? That it catches on with all the people that you pass. They look at you, they smile. You may not want them to do that, but guess what? They see your light. They see your light. They got enough drudgery and stuff in their own life. It's great to see that, to feel that, right? And absolutely, then they catch it. Or they stop you and say, so you seem in a good mood today. Gosh, are you having a good day? Fantastic day. Today's wonderful. Really, why? You could be a stranger, right? And you tell them why. Because I'm doing good. Everything feels right. My energy's really good today. Energy? What do you mean energy? Don't you get pulled down by the news? I don't watch the news. No, I don't watch any of that stuff. I know that anything that happens, I'm going to know about. You don't have to say about God. You don't have to say about the divine. You don't have to say about your spiritual, nothing. You don't have to say anything like that. But I'm normally a happy person. What does that mean? See? The way you represent is the way that your spirituality goes. Right? There's no bad days. I tell myself that every single day. Every single day I tell myself, well, it's a good day. It's a good, and I tell myself that all day when I get frustrated with the dog. Right? She's a puppy. She wants to play, go in and out the door. Then I can't wait till spring and summer because I can do the door open. You can go back and forth if you want to. But she interrupts me all day long from what I'm doing. Right? And she's persistent because she's a little princess. She's a little queen. Yeah. See? And so that, again, today's a good day, Bill. It's not that big a deal. Because what will happen is our ego will pump that baby up to 100. Yeah. Pump it up to 100. And that's not the way it's supposed to be. Being in control of your thoughts is very, very, very important. It's very important. Again, one more tool in your toolbox. Yeah. Can you guys hear me? Say if you can hear me, because Shannon says she can't. Yeah. If you can hear me, let me know. If you can't hear me, let me know. Are you saying, Bill, I can't hear you? Yeah. See? So this will all be on tape anyway. So if you guys can't, it'll be on the YouTube page in about half an hour. Okay. Nancy can hear me. Cool. Okay. So that's just kind of like a review of what we've talked about for the last 2 years or so. Thanks, Jenny. So that we can reevaluate it and we can get into it and understand that because we forget, right? Our ego takes that and puts it away. Yeah. And you think, oh, I'll just go back to it because I know it. No, it doesn't happen. Got to be refreshed, reminded, right? We have to. Because with everything that's coming towards us, right? All the energy that is negative, all the energy that is meant for us to shrink, can't shrink. Got to stay up. Got to be big. You got to be big. Don't leave socials, okay? Do not get out of Facebook and Instagram, because that's what they want, okay? They want everybody to be in fear so they can continue to do what they want to do, okay? That's all I'm going to say about that. Because it fits into our spirituality, right? Our spirituality makes us big, makes us understand, makes us positive, right? And the light always wins over the dark, everybody. So the more that we can stay in that energy, the better it is for the planet, for us as a country, for us as a tribe. And that's what's super, super important, is we do not allow understanding, like Spirit said before at the beginning of the broadcast, that everybody's surrounded by white light. Everybody's protected by white light. Your families are protected by white light because of you. Because of you. It's transferable, Spirit says, right? If you weren't in the picture, it would have to be somebody else in the family. But you are a part of the picture. And it's very important to understand that you're always protected. You're always protected. You're always protected. See? The I love yous every day. Very important. Tell yourself how good you're doing today. Very important. Spirit, I'm feeling kind of wonky. I'm going to check and see what's on YouTube and see if I need to meditation. Boom. Look and see. Go to your person for meditations. Mine's Steve Noble. And then another one for yoga, and I forget what it's called. Both of them. I went to Steve Noble on Facebook or on YouTube, and boom, there it was. There it was. I think I posted it on my Facebook page at Bill Clairvoyant. And I believe I might have put it in the membership room too. Okay, just because when I see something that is interesting, that connects to myself, I post it. Just because that's what I'm supposed to do. Because I'm trying to help you guys as much as I possibly can remotely. See? And that's what the deal is. As you go through yours and you find things, please post them on your Facebook. Post them on your Instagram. Post them on your TikTok. Right? Again, like I've said from Spirit many times, many of you will start doing broadcasts for YouTube, for Facebook, for Instagram, about whatever you're being guided to talk about. Because you'll need to do that. And then what will happen is that will go into a bigger platform of, again, seminars and things like that, where people will be looking for answers to why do I feel like this? I don't get it. Quit playing with my nose. Like, gosh, I don't understand. And they're looking for answers. Well, guess what? Chimes, they'll be in person with you in an auditorium, you and 3 or 4 other people, right? You're getting paid. And you're telling your story, and you ask, how many people can understand, where I was at, what I was doing? Half the audience raises their freaking hand. Because they're there to see the collective. They're there to see the people on stage. They're drawn to that. They are driven to that. Because that's the future. Because everybody's going to be in fear. Going to be in fear. Okay? So as you receive, Spirit says, he said find, as you receive information, meditations, memes, things like that, if it's a meme, you'll like it. Okay? Because it's being posted. That's your energy going out to the universe on social media. Okay? That's how your energy builds. That's how the collective's energy builds. Is by all of this being positive, loving energy floods the internet, which floods the country, which floods the world. That's what it's all about. Do not retreat. Do not retreat, because you're letting evil, darkness win. And that's not what the future's all about. Are we going to have to go through some stuff? Oh yeah, we're going to have to go through some stuff. Understanding that our job is to make other people less fearful. Your family, your kids, grandkids, grandma, grandpa, whoever's going to be, right? Because it's going to remind and it's going to trigger a lot of people into WTF. All right? Because they've had the dreams. They've had some other stuff, these weird things going on, but they don't know what they are. That is our job. Hey, Carol. How's it going? Yeah. See? So I'm going to post some cool things in the next couple days that we talked about today. And I would invite you. I'm going to post the hour and a half video of Emilio Ortiz and the astrologer on my Bill Clairvoyant page, and also probably in the membership private page. Okay, if you guys are into coaching, if you're looking for ways to understand what's going on, I offer 5 different packages, 5 different levels of coaching for the soul memberships, and it goes from 15 minutes to an hour and a half every month. And it's a pretty good way to join in the energy. We do a Zoom live every single second Wednesday of every month, and it kind of gives us a collective idea of what everybody's thinking. I'm going to start teaching in there for the group, different things that I'm being led to teach about, and it's kind of a good group of people because we're all on the same page of trying to understand our lives and what's ahead. And some people have been in there for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. It's one set amount every single year. You pay for the year or you split it up. And then you get a whole month free. Okay. And so it's a pretty good deal. I'd say for like an hour, it's like $57 an hour that you get me all to yourselves. Okay. So if you like what I do, if you're into Coach for the Soul, if you're looking for something, again, billhobart.com under memberships, check it out. See if it works. Yeah, cool, Jenny. Thank you. Yeah. So it's a really, really good way to have a energy connection to me and to have unlimited questions, which is the big thing of all for most people. Bill, you can text me anything? Yeah, text me anything and I'll answer it for you. Okay? Some people I have to call on the phone. Sometimes I have to call them on the phone because it's way too extensive that I got to explain it to them. But yeah, if you're into that kind of stuff and you want to deal with your fear, you want to try to understand how to let things go, if you really are ready to work on yourself and get yourself from point A to point D or E or F, right? So that you're prepared for the future. Coaching for the Soul memberships at billhobart.com is really a cool thing. I started them I think 2017. Just with an idea of what I wanted to do because they were like, Bill, the great way for you to blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And there's 22 people in there, something like that, which is awesome. Gives me something to do when I'm doing nothing, which isn't that often, but at least I can keep in touch with people. Again, it is an open forum. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing how it works. So, and also, $65 half hours go until Saturday, and then done. Done. We did that for the holiday and my birthday. So, I'm now 65 in 1 month. So it's a pretty good deal. So anyway, namaste everybody. If you would for me, I'm going to post this on my YouTube page right now, YouTube channel right now, Bill Hobart. If you could go over there in 15, 20 minutes and like the video and leave a comment, if it's just an emoji, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I would appreciate that. Spread it to your friends, your family, post it on your Facebook page. Whatever you can do to help me out, I would be grateful, grateful, grateful. So any questions, you know how to find me, okay? If you have questions, put them on the Facebook or put them on the YouTube page, right? The channel, and I'll answer them. The great thing about that is they don't ever disappear, okay? When I delete this at about 6:30, the questions and comments go away. So pop over there, Bill Hobart on YouTube, and I will see you next Thursday for Coaching for the Soul. Thursdays at 3. See you guys.